Hi, it's Donna Robertson with Fabric Café and more tips and tricks. Today we're going to show you how to do a blind stitch with the economy binding. So the binding is first sewn onto the front of the machine with a scant 1/4 inch. Now this is very important that this is a scant 1/4 inch, which is about 1 stitch less than a regular 1/4 inch. That gives you enough space that you can take the economy binding and turn it to the back. Now we've used our Wonder clips to hold this in place all along the edge, but we're going to start from anchoring the thread and showing you how to do the blind stitch. You will I start off by putting my needle in the back, and I've got a small little knot in the thread, so I put it back on this side, and then I do 1 stitch. This sort of anchors that thread in there so it doesn't pull out. There's nothing more aggravating than to start your binding and it keeps pulling out as you start. Then I go over to the side closest to me, away from the seam line, so you've got your stitches here, and then the needle is going in over here. We do about 3/8 to a 1/4 inch and pull that up. Then we pull this back to the back, and we then do about 3/8 in the fold. Pull that up, then we're going to do repeat. So you're going to the back side of the stitch line, and you can kind of feel it on the front, so you want to be careful that you don't accidentally take a stitch that's going to show on the front side. And I kind of keep one finger back there, but I also try to use a neutral thread. I'm using the Mettler 624, which is a gray, but it's such a nice neutral that it probably wouldn't show if I did an accidental stitch, tiny stitch on the front. Now this is several different stitches showing you how to do that blind stitch, but now let me show you what it looks like up close. So you can see on this side you cannot see any of the stitches, and then on the front side it looks like this. It's a fun way to do the binding. I find doing my binding rather meditative, and I really like doing the handwork on the binding this way. It makes a beautiful little mini binding, and it lasts. It's very durable, and between the machine stitching on the front and the hand stitching on the back, it is a pretty little binding. And this is Donna Robertson. Thank you so much for joining me for tips and tricks. Be sure to visit us at fabriccafe.com.